trenches and was heading toward his enemy. They tried to stop him. They said he was a madman for the things he believed. But he just ignored him, waved his hands for peace. The shots rang out. He fell to the ground. He saw those faces in an empty world. He saw those faces in an empty world. In an empty world. In an empty world. In an empty world. He saw those faces in an empty world. He saw those faces in an empty world. In an empty world. In an empty world. In an empty
Hi, everyone. Hi. You're going to have to forgive if it goes down because the interwebs have been a bit crazy around here. So, where to begin? With so much going on in the world. Honestly. So, where do we begin? So, Ira says, hard to believe that was 35 years ago. Yes, it was. And it was an anti-war song from 1987 when we were all still going through the Cold War. And, you know, it's really weird watching the news in the last couple of days because it feels like it's 1985 again and everything's going crazy. So, yeah, it hasn't been easy. I've been trying to keep up with all the news by watching every single... You have to watch different networks and different things and kind of nitpick to see where the truth lies because most of it is lies. So it's kind of weird to watch the news. Anyway, but it's been a bit depressing and I wasn't going to stream at all. I've been so glued to the TV and to the internet that I hadn't focused. And who could? I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about a war. So, yeah, hasn't been easy. But I decided that just like perhaps I needed to talk to you guys, maybe you guys wanted to have Friday time. So I thought I would not mess up and just not, and bail out on you guys. So I thought that I should stream. So, hi. And I guess, this is where we are at the moment. But what's interesting to me, and I was thinking about this earlier when I was thinking about the woe is me parts, right? Because, you think about all the stupid things that everybody talks about on TV. like gas prices going up, and you know who's to blame for it, and all that kind of rhetoric going back and forth on Twitter. And it makes you think. You should think, and I'm saying this to myself as much as to anyone who's out there, you should think how lucky you are that at least you're not having to deal with bombing and missiles and losing family instantly and friends. I mean, that's something that we should really be thinking about. Not just because war is bad and, like nobody wants war, or at least I can probably tell you that most of the populace doesn't want a war. It's always these leaders that want the war. It's always these people that run things that want this shit. It's never us. It's not like I wake up today and I think, oh, I hate that group and I think we should, bomb them. I don't wake up with those thoughts. But our leaders obviously do. Because if you follow geopolitics, you realize they all sleep in the same bed. So that's kind of bummer, but it is where we are. So, but anyway, tonight I wanted to, I guess, share those feelings and hear what you have to say. But let's try to think about it from the point of view of what's next. Where do we go from here? What are we supposed to do? Not so much whose fault it is and who made what decision, because at this point, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's begun. The whole thing has begun. And as much as I want to say that the tinfoil hat people weren't right, I mean, I followed this along in underground places for a long time, and it looked like this was going to happen. And, tried to warn everyone. I tried to explain that these were things that were coming down the pike if people weren't careful. And here we are. So, anyway, I do have tinges of sadness tonight. Can't say that I don't. But I'm going to play some more music. I'm going to chat with you guys. Hopefully that'll put a smile on my face. Hopefully the songs will put a smile on your face. So I'll play another one that's from like the Cold War era. And we will discuss these things a little bit further on down the line, or perhaps on the chat. This is a demo from the Worth era. I'll play it. Oops. It's gonna be bad and noisy because I didn't even prepare the studio. If you look, I have quite a mess. There were things I wanted to do, but it didn't get done. So, too much stuff going on. But I'm going to play a demo from Worth. like a child. The soldier is marching. The child begins to cry. Do you feel like a soldier? Do you feel like a child? The soldier is marching. The child begins to cry. Do you feel like a soldier? Do you feel like the child? The soldier is marching. The child begins to cry. Oh, the child begins to cry. Oh, the child begins to cry. So, Soldier and Child, the demo. Um, so if the internet goes out, let me explain to you what's been going on. So, as soon as all that stuff started happening, I have two, I believe, bases near me. One is Los Alamitos, of course, and I think there's some offshoot base from Long Beach Airport because you always see military people in there, and that one too. So I noticed it yesterday that these military helicopters, really big ones, keep flying in formation and they go right over my house. And when they do, the house shakes and usually the internet goes out. So it is possible we'll have another interruption. I can't time when they're happening, but it seems like they happen there we go, Seal Beach. That's what I was thinking of. Seal Beach, and so they're obviously running exercises of some sort. And it seems to knock out our internet every time it happens. So it's been quiet tonight, but it happened just before the stream started. So maybe we'll get lucky and we won't hear anything for like the next hour. But again, see, that's first world, very simple problem. I'm not dealing with bombing. I'm not dealing with that stuff. It's all stuff that I'm looking at on a screen, just like you. So one thing that I try to do is just put myself in their place because it's got to be messed up that no one's really coming to their aid and that they're on their own. And honestly, that does suck. But I have a feeling that things are going to get really strange in the next coming weeks. So, but it's a first, like Vegas saying, he's laughing at what I just said, but it's such a first world problem. Oh, my internet doesn't work. Oh, my gas is $1 more right now. And I'm not saying that these are not bad things and that we shouldn't be talking about them. I just found it odd that it's not focusing enough on the humanitarian part of it. At least everything I'm seeing, it's just not. And so, that's why I've always been anti-war. I don't think that that's the right way to solve it. If these so-called leaders would sit down and actually talk and figure out what it is that's happening, we could work it out. But I'm sure that down the line you find out that it has more to do with corporate interests and profits, and that's where the human element, it's not even a tertiary thought to these people. So for me, So anyway, there's not going to be a lot of weird like, oh, the studio's a mess, and it's I can't complain. We're lucky. We are so lucky. Like, we're lucky. That's all I can tell you. And I know, I see it. The Ukraine, Mikey just pointed out, the Ukraine leader does keep reaching out. And I find it really disheartening how everyone's sort of, before the thing started, all this rhetoric, and then now it started, and it's like almost crickets, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So say a little prayer for those people, man, because they're it's pretty bad. Anyway, so I vow that after the stream, I'm not going to watch anything. I'm going to try to watch a movie or something to get my mind off of it, because I've obviously been glued to it 24/7, as I'm sure some of you have. Although I do have a few friends that, you know, I do have a few friends that are like, ambivalent to it, and they're not interested in it, like as if it doesn't matter, but it does matter. You know? Mai says, we live near the largest Air Force training wing in the US. When the C5 start moving, we'll know what's up. Well, keep me posted on that too. Let's try to keep each other posted on all that sort of thing. I'll do the best I can from my side. So don't mind me if I don't talk very much. But you guys can put some requests in and I'll play something or other. But I have kind of a list, but it's obviously can change. So here's another one. That's an old one. Right, Mikey. If NATO gets pulled in it, it's going to get even worse. It's leading towards that. They want this. They want it. And, I know you don't want to think that our leaders want it, but they want it, man. They're all warmongers. Everyone in Congress is a warmonger. They want this. The people don't want it. The Russian people don't want the war. Nobody wants the war. There is no human that wants the war. It's all the leaders. He just made that first move, but all these fucks, they all want it. Also, you have seen some, Jim. You have seen some F-35s fly out to Europe. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. And yeah. See, Ira, China is moving towards invading Taiwan. And actually, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was on CCCP TV that they were literally saying it on their TVs. Taiwan, get ready because your turn is coming. I mean, this is the kind of rhetoric that China's talking about. And, we're not calling them tyrants. I don't see us saying anything about them. And quite frankly, this is, messed up. There's a lot of stuff that's messed up going on, man. Very sobering stuff. Yeah, exactly, Jim. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, let me play a song. So this is the demo of World Without Love. hold on, let me fix this thing. It's supposed to be like everything's just making noise. So yeah, I messed up and I put the end screen on. Sorry. Sorry. So trying to keep away from that topic since the music's gonna do the talking for me. I'm not even gonna try. But so what I was trying to work on before all this mess started was I had found a show from Lima that was very well filmed for what it was, and I found them on DVDs. They're right behind me. They're right. Oh, sorry. They're in here, and I was going to start transferring them to see if I could, post it. So I haven't gotten to it. And I was supposed to start vocals remotely this week. So there's like cables behind me, a portable preamp, just all these weird things that I was planning to start the week off. I've moved them over, of course, to next week when I can get to some sort of normalcy of not being stuck watching the news. So my recommendation is take breaks, catch up on the 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and try not to focus on it on a daily, because for me, it could be in my feed all day long and it just doesn't work, Hey, Steve, nice to see you there. Man, I wish I was in Florida and we could just go to Disneyland. First world problem. First world problem. That's not even a joke. Every time I hear it, even it coming out of my mouth, that's what I'm going to say. First world problem. Yeah, so I don't have much to report on that sense. Tim's asking me, can we talk vinyl? How many Anything Box albums are on vinyl? There isn't that much, Tim. Peace, obviously. Hope is on vinyl. And some of the 12 inches, but that's it. Electrodelic has never been on vinyl. I don't think it would fit on 2 records, to be honest. Electrodelic is kind of long. It would probably take 3 vinyls to do it. The same goes with Universe. I don't know how those would work out on vinyl because they weren't designed for vinyl, since the songs are very interconnected. So I speak with my hands. Since the songs are interconnected, I don't think that they would work on vinyl per se. But thank you, Tim. Thank you. But it feels like some vinyl could come down the pike, but to be honest, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. In fact, I've been trying to do some experimentation. I can't show you actually unless I take a camera offline, but I guess we lost